Hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. I'm so excited you're joining me. Today I'll be making some projects using a new greeting set called Framed and Festive. This is from Stampin' Up, a limited edition stamp set. It's available for demonstrators to order right now, and if you're not a demonstrator, you'll be able to order this starting next week on Tuesday. It's part of the Fitting Florets collection. You may have been hearing about this. I'm really excited about this new product. Who doesn't love new stuff? We've got this gorgeous designer paper called Fitting Florets, and then there's two stamp sets. There's Framed Florets, which has some matching oval dies, and then the Framed and Festive stamp set, which is Christmas greetings. This is the one I'm going to focus on today. In addition to everything else, we also have some gold swirl adhesive backed embellishments. Now, the paper, the gems, and the stamp set I'm using today, Framed and Festive, are only available for a limited time. So you want to make sure that you definitely get those right away when they are available starting in November. The Framed Florets bundle is going to carry over and be available in the January through June mini catalog. So that's really exciting. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear everything okay and see everything okay, and let me know if you're excited about these new products. I really love that this designer paper, which is 12 by 12, I love how it has so many beautiful colors that are perfect for winter, but also some spring. So we've got some gorgeous florals, but also some patterns that are really great for Christmas, and they go really well, very strategically, I might add, with the Framed and Festive stamp set. So like I said, tonight I'm going to be focusing on the Framed and Festive stamp set. We're going to be using some different patterns from the paper along with the stamp set to inspire you, but you'll definitely want to tune in on Sunday for Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. Mom and I will be sharing a ton of projects using the Fitting Florets collection. Both of us will be creating a card with the Framed Florets bundle, and then we have, we each have a whole bunch of projects to share. I think definitely, I would say probably 15 projects between the two of us we have to share with this bundle. So you're definitely going to want to tune in. We actually filmed it together when she was here. She left yesterday and she's back home now. So we got that filmed together. I can't wait to share that with you on Sunday. Well, today I'm working on some swap cards using this sweet collection. I have a group of demonstrator friends that we swap. We do a one-for-one style swap. I really love doing swapping this way. So the way the one-for-one swap works is, first of all, it's usually a smaller group, like 10 or 12, and we swap where we send cards directly to each other, one for one, instead of sending to a host. So it works really well for collections like this. So I'm working on my cards to send out, and I'll send them directly to the other swappers. And so I post a little sneak peek of the materials that I'm using. So I'm going to show you the card that I made for my swaps. I got them in the mail today, and I've been starting to get the swaps back, and it's so much fun. So I wanted to focus on the Framed and Festive stamp set as well as the designer paper. So this pattern comes in that Fitting Florets designer paper collection. And I cannot remember who I saw this from, but I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw somebody use, I saw the finished card like out of the corner of my eye. I didn't save it. I didn't screenshot it. So I feel really bad that I can't give credit for this. Not my original idea, but I absolutely loved how they took a red Stampin' Blend and colored the berries on this designer paper to make them red and make them a little more festive. Isn't that fun? What a fun idea. I totally copied that. Like I said, I wish I could give some credit, but I really don't remember who that was when I was scrolling through. I'm using the Real Red, the dark Real Red Stampin' Blend. You could use, I think, any red to color that in. And I feel like we need to add a little glitter as well. We're going to do some Wink of Stella on those berries. Oh, yeah. Can you see that on camera? I love Wink of Stella. It's just such a fun way to add some sparkle and really just dress up your project. Oh my goodness. Love it. How are you guys doing tonight? I have to say, I was running a little bit late, as always, because it's still basketball season, and Elise seems to have her games on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which are like the nights I do videos. And so I actually left the game early to come home and do this video for you, but I neglected to account for the time that it would take me to feed the dogs who were home by themselves and take them out. They were very antsy-pantsy. So thank you so much for being patient. I know you guys understand family always comes first, and it's a balance. I've got 4 kids who are very busy. All right, so we're putting this card together. I colored those berries red and added some Wink of Stella. By the way, this is 2 inches by 5 inches, and I'm using soft succulent for the card base. So I'm going to add this to the left side of the soft succulent card base. I did score it. Can you see it? And going to go about, I don't know, a ½ inch or so from the side. And then I used a piece of white cardstock and embossed with, oh my gosh, I don't remember the name of this embossing folder. I guess we're just going to have to look it up. I've been so inspired by all the embossing cards that you guys sent in for the October Great Big Card Swap. This one is Merry Melody, and I have to admit, this is the first time I've used it. I've had it since last year, and I took it out of the wrapper today and I finally used it, but I thought, even though it's music, and I feel like you could use that for anything, I thought it was sort of holiday-ish, don't you think? Yes, thank you so much, Melissa. Merry Melody is the name of this one. So I'm going to use this one. This one is 2 inches by 4 1/4, and I'm just going to overlap them and put that piece about the same distance from me that the other paper is from the other side. All right, we're coming together really well here. I'm going to bridge those pieces together now with a piece of real red cardstock. This one is 1 by 4 inch. And this is going to go across the bottom, and I think right there. I don't want to, when I was up a little higher, I feel like it covered up the texture in a weird way. Oh, I hate when this happens. See that little lip? I usually would put that on the other side. Should we tear it apart? Just kidding. It's going to be fine. The easiest way to fix that, and when you're already glued down, is just to trim the edge, and you don't need to tear anything apart. Okay, so we've got our red strip down, and next we're going to stamp our sentiment, and I used the stylish shape dies to die cut this piece of Sahara sand. I love this neutral with the greens, Evening Evergreen and soft succulent. I think it goes really, really well. So the sentiment I picked for my card is have yourself a merry little Christmas. And, you know, paired up with the music notes, I can't help but to sing. Although I might get dinged. I might get dinged for copyright. So I'm not going to sing for you. You can sing in your head at home as I am. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. This is stamped in Evening Evergreen, and that's going to go in the center of the card with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Are you guys singing at home? I'm singing in my head. I love Christmas carols. They just make me so happy. We have been known in our family to listen to Christmas music even in the middle of July. And you know what? I think, why not? If Christmas music makes you happy, then why not be happy any time of year? Right? I am going to move this one up. I tried to go low. I don't know why. I know better. I really wanted it to be a little higher. I think that's good. Okay, tear off number 1. Oh, Susan, you're singing it. You're hearing it anyway in your head. Judy Garland's voice. I love that. Okay, next we're going to just finish this off with a little embellishment. And somewhere on my desk is my open package of the swirls. I want to add one of those, but I don't know where I put my other package. It's got to be Oh my goodness. Oh, here it is. I knew it was right there. I love that these are flat. They're really, really easy to mail because they don't take up a whole lot. And that's it. We've got some texture. We've got some wink. We have a little embellishment, some die cut. I want to move this over a little bit. Stop yelling at me. I know. Sometimes I just can't help it. I just want, I'm particular. Although I am tearing this. Oh gosh, I might not be able to move it over that much since I tore it so much. Let's see how much I can scoot it over. I was hugging this side more, and I really want it to be more like in the center. So there it is. A successful reposition. All right, there's our first card. Again, this is using the Framed and Festive stamp set. This is a new one that's coming out next week for customers. If you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order right now in October, but it will be available for everybody else starting November 1st through January 4th. And even if you don't get the Fitting Florets designer paper or any of the other products, I just really love this stamp set. I love it for the Christmas greetings. I love the mixed font. I love the size of the greetings. Sometimes we get these stamp sets and I just feel like the sentiments are too small. Do you guys feel like that? Am I alone? I have a hard time finding things to fill up, fill up the space, fill up the shape. So I love the size of the Framed and Festive sentiments. And we're going to keep using this stamp set. We're going to make 2 more cards using Framed and Festive tonight. And we're going to use some different patterns as well of the designer paper. So this was card number 1. And I wish that I was as prepared to show you the other ones. I'm kind of prepared. For this one, I am going to bring in the framed florets just because I want to use some flowers. So for this card, I picked out this design from the Fitting Florets designer paper. And so this has got Night of Navy and Polished Pink. And I don't know if I have the measurements exactly right, but I'm going to do this diagonal peek through card. I remember seeing it from Lisa Curcio last year or the year before. And I just love it. I think it's such a fun way to do like a little peek of designer paper. So we're going to start first with some stamping of the flowers. So we're going to do like a cascade of flowers in Balmy blue ink down the side of, I guess not down the side, but down the middle of the Balmy blue cardstock. I feel like I just don't have words. Okay, and then I think, oh, you know what? I don't know. I was trying to debate whether or not to do a punch out or just to stamp it on the cardstock. Let's stamp on the cardstock and let's just see what we think. And that will allow us to see the designer paper, I think, a little more. If you've never mounted a stamp this way, this is how I do it. I peel the sticker off, and then I peel the backing off. So I put the sticker on the block, peel the backing off the stamp. I put the stamp down, gotta make sure they're both upright. Put the stamp on my desk, and then I line up the sticker over the stamp to get a nice even seal with the sticker. Okay, let's do some stamping. Night of Navy here, the dark ink. Yeah, I have to tell you, I don't like the flowers. I'm gonna redo them. They just were a little, I was feeling like a little crooked or something, so. Oh, I hate that even more. Oh, I just messed it up again. It's going to be fine. So I'm going to stamp from Our Home to Yours. Okay, we're just going to cut. We're going to cut a new one. I'm just feeling, I can't let it sit tonight. Okay. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just me. Okay. I just want to be clear about that. There is nothing wrong with it. I just didn't stamp where I wanted to stamp, and so it's driving me crazy. I never want you to feel like your stamping is not enough. So when I make a mistake, I'm going to put that in quotes, it's not that it's bad, it's just that it wasn't what I had in my head or how I wanted it to go. And so that's why I redo it. It's more, it's a perfectionism. Okay, I'm going to try that again. See, I just like the flow of that better. On this one, oh, on the other one, they were like almost touching, and that was driving me crazy. Again, I know it's just me being silly. All right, I'm stamping from our, okay. Oh, do you see? There's like a little, okay. Zen. I don't even know if this card is going to work the way I want it to. Let's test our card before we go any farther. Okay, so we're going to get out the paper trimmer, and I'm testing the bad one. Okay, so I'm going to cut diagonally. Boop. Like this. And so the idea here is that on the card front, we're going to have the designer paper that is going to go at a diagonal. And then then we're going to have the cardstock pieces on the front. So this will be cut off, and the cardstock pieces will be up on rafters, up on Stampin' Dimensionals. And now that I see this, you know what? I actually don't like the flowers. Do you? I feel like maybe the flowers are too busy. So let's try just the greeting and see what we like. You guys know I am a clean and simple stamper. And so I think, hello, good grief. Oh, okay. 3.5 by 4.5. This has got to be a record. I think so. What do you think? Stop pushing so hard, Julie. All right, we're stamping in Night of Navy, and this is going to go in the corner. Not pushing too hard, just enough. And we have an almost perfect greeting. I say almost because I probably need to re-ink the ink pad. It's a little bit light, but we're going to go with it. I'm going to get the paper trimmer back out. We're going to go at a diagonal. I think I'm going to like this one better with the clean and simple kind of line. And by the way, the diagonal can be like however deep you want it. So don't feel like you have to be exact. Just stick it in there. I'm just making sure that there's room for my greeting, and I'm not going to cut into the greeting. Tony said, I love it. I'm going to read your comment, Tony. You say, oops, now I can't scroll back up to see it. I don't know what happened to the comments, just stopped. It won't let me scroll. Okay, well, I think Tony said, you say what I think all the time. And you know what? I have to say, it's hard sometimes doing a video because I feel like I have to just keep talking. I can't just like stop talking because then you're just, I don't know, then it's boring, right? So I do talk through a lot and say the things that I'm probably usually thinking. My husband is someone who talks a lot to himself. Do you guys talk to yourself? When I'm stamping, I don't talk to myself. I don't narrate my project when I'm alone. I really should have stopped talking for a second so I could think. Okay, so we're going to put these on Stampin' Dimensionals. But I want to get the angle the same as the cardstock that's cut. So I kind of got my angle down, and I'm going to move these out of the way and just double check that before I push down. That seems like it's about the same kind of angle, right? I think so. I think we're looking good. I actually might cut a little bit off. Okay, but that's good there. What was I saying? Oh, do you talk to yourself when you're stamping? I listen to music when I'm stamping. I'm adjusting this. I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off because I want more of the designer paper to show. And so that allows me to. So the finished, this blue one, the finished size on that is, let's see, I started at 3.5 by 4.5. So it's 3.5 by 4.25, the blue piece. I'll put this in the video description for you. And then the designer paper is 1.5 by 6 inches. And I did 6 inches so that I could just cut off the ends. And there would be enough room. DSP. Okay. All right. I think I like it without the flowers. I think the flowers make it a little busy. And if you like the flowers, then you can add them and you can dress up your card. You guys are so good at that. So I'm just going to leave it like this because I do like it kind of simple. And I'm going to put the cardstock pieces on with Stampin' Dimensionals, which will just kind of like, just kind of pop it up and elevate it. So I'm going with about the same amount of space on the top and sides, just kind of eyeballing there. If you want to be more precise, you could get grid paper out and, you know, really like measure and line up, but who's got time for that? Although I will say with like a clean and simple card, those little details like really stick out because there's not much else going on the card. So every little detail makes such a big difference. Yeah, Tony says she's listening to music. What kind of music do you guys listen to while you are stamping? Oh, I know why I can't see the comments. Hold on a second. Oh, that's funny. There was like a pop-up on my phone that said recording a video while multitasking could lead to injury or something like that. Like, I don't know if my phone thinks that I'm driving right now. That's just too funny. I promise, phone, we're being safe. Recently, my regular phone died. I was using an iPhone 7, and I have a newer phone, an iPhone 11, that I use for all my videos and for taking pictures. And so my iPhone 7 one morning just didn't wake up. Like, it was dead. And so I had to put my SIM card in my new phone, which is the one I usually film my videos on. So now, like, there are things that are popping up that didn't before because it didn't have a SIM card, like that driving warning. All right, I'm just trimming off the sides here. We're kind of clean and simple, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love it. And also the From Our Home to Yours, which is in the framed in festive stamp set. I mean, it is a traditional sort of Christmassy greeting, but I also feel like you could use that sentiment any time of year, right? Especially if you're sending like a, you know, a housewarming card or something like that, from our home to yours. So I'm going to stamp a couple flowers on the inside since I have them out. And then I'll add this to the inside of the card. Maybe one more up here. Just like, boop. With space to write. It feels like it needs something. Oh, you guys. I can never just leave it be. I'm going to get out some polished pink dots, I think. We could use the gold dots, but since this card is so simple, I really feel like bringing back in that pink color would be good for this card. And actually, you know what we could do? I wonder how that would look. You know where I'm going with this. Let's color these. I think I like it. I'm using a Stampin' Blend, which is an alcohol marker, to color the gem. Actually, this side gets a darker color. And so I'm just going to color on the gold swirls. I'm going over it a few times just to make sure that color shows up. What do you think? Is that pink enough? Then we'll add those. Uh-oh, that didn't stick to its glue dot. I'm afraid, yep. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Ah, it didn't dry, and so I pushed down to push the glue. Okay, we're abandoning that tonight. What a fun idea. Let's move on. I'm looking for something that already is polished pink. These aren't polished pink, but the Sweet Sorbet is light enough that I think it could pass for polished pink. I'm looking in my box, looking for some gems. And I don't have patience for the other ones to dry. I think I like these. Let's get them out and take a look. Is that about the right color? I think so. These are the adhesive backed seasonal sequins, and we're going to use a couple of those to accent our card and bring that pink in. So we're going to go around the sentiment to just sort of draw our eyes down here from our home to yours. What do you think? Could this be for any occasion, not just Christmas? I think so. I think the blue and the pink, although it could be for Christmas. I like those non-traditional colors for a Christmas card with the blue and the pink. This is the second card we've made tonight with the framed and festive stamp set. The first one used I love those holly berries. The first one used the Merry Melody and some other pattern of paper from the Fitting Florets. And we're going to make one more card for Christmas. I'm going to show you this one. It's already made, but we're going to make another card. This one I created already using the framed florets stamp set with the leaf imagery, and then the sentiment is embossed from the framed and festive. I die cut the oval and I left the berries white on this one, added some soft succulent ribbon, and really just had fun dressing up that card. I have more fitting floret projects to share with you, so be sure to tune in on Sunday for Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie, and we're going to have some more projects. You're definitely not going to want to miss that. But our next card is going to be another Christmas card, and 'tis the season to be jolly. I love that. And 'tis the season to be jolly. Does that song have holly in it, or just jolly and holly rhyme, and so that makes me want to use holly? I don't know. Either way, I thought I need some holly on this card, and so I brought in the Christmas season stamp set, which is in the annual catalog, and it has some beautiful watercolor Christmas greenery and imagery, and so I love the holly and the berries. So we're going to use those to create our next card, and we're going to use the 'tis the season to be jolly, which you can tell I haven't used the stamp set a whole lot yet because I don't have all my stamps mounted. This is such a fun one. Like I said, I just love the mixed font on this one. It is, what is today? November 27th, not November, October 27th. Tell me, how are you coming on Christmas cards? Are you done? Are you just getting started? Maybe you haven't really thought about it yet. That's kind of my boat. I know some of you guys really work ahead, so maybe you don't need framed and festive because you're done with your Christmas cards already. In that case, you could still get it and put it away for next year because it's that awesome. I think it deserves some love. I love, again, we're going to pair it up with some of the Fitting Florets designer paper. This is the green evening evergreen gingham, the sort of gingham plaid. I always hate when I love both sides because I don't want to cover up this one, but I really love this one for Christmas. So I've got this one. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and we're layering it on 3 3/4 by 5. So we have a little bit bigger border around, and then another piece for the inside. I'm going to try to do some of our die cutting from this piece, and I'm hoping that's going to fit. So we're going to die cut the label, we're going to die cut the holly leaves, and we're going to die cut the berries. Do we think it's going to fit? I think so. And then the idea is we cover up the hole with our designer paper, and you never know what's hiding underneath. I love to do that to conserve paper. So let's get out our Christmas season stamps. These are photopolymers, so I am going to peel this off and put it on a block. And I don't know how I haven't used that one yet. I know I've made cards with it. Maybe I was at Mom's house when I was stamping. And a smaller block for the berries. You guys, I'm really excited because I have been working on my special project. I think I told you about it. I think I've been talking about it. I just haven't been getting my stuff together to tell you. But as you know, I'm getting close to hitting my $1 million career sales milestone with Stampin' Up. Just a disclaimer, that's not typical. Stampin' Up wants me to tell you that the $1 million sales milestone is only achieved by 0.1% of demonstrators. It's not typical. I've spent 20 years working really hard to get that milestone. Anyway, we're going to have a big party, guys. I'm so excited about this. Let's take a quick little commercial break to tell you about my party. I'm so excited. I'm putting together a special party swag box with some Stampin' Up goodies and some custom things that I'm having printed and done and some just all kinds of little surprises. And so we're going to have a virtual retreat party. It's going to be online. I'm so excited. This party will include an opportunity to do a Zoom stamping session with everyone who's in attendance and me and Mom. We're going to have an exclusive class in the Facebook group. The video will also be available off Facebook. And it's going to be 4 cards that I've designed exclusively for this party. I'm really, really excited about it. And then we're going to do a color challenge with prizes. We're going to do a bingo game. We're just going to have all kinds of fun in this Facebook group. So if you're interested in joining me in celebrating my $1 million career sales milestone, I would love for you to register and sign up to get your party box. Team members, Jubilant Stampers who are on my team get $20 off the party box, but all team members will have free access to the Facebook group and all of the stamping events. So you can participate in every part of the party. And if you want the swag box, team members, then you can also get $20 off of that. I know, woo-woo! I'm so excited, you guys. I am just a few weeks away from hitting my $1 million milestone. So I've planned the party for a time when I think I will have definitely hit it. So we will be celebrating this amazing accomplishment. So I hope that you'll join me for this virtual that's supposed to be retreat. But it's also going to be a treat. This virtual retreat with a party swag box. The cost is $55 plus postage, and that includes $40 in Stampin' Up product. If you add on tax and shipping, it's like a $48 Stampin' Up value in product, plus all the other stuff that I've got planned. So I hope that you'll consider signing up and registering to join me for this fun event. You can sign up at tinyurl.com/millionmilestoneparty. That's where the registration form is. I'll be sending out invoices on PayPal. Boxes will be mailed out on Monday, November 14th. If you're local, you can do porch pickup, no problem. And if you're not on my team yet and you would like a $20 discount on your party swag box, we have an amazing special going on right now in October. There's only a few more days left. You can build your own starter kit and join as a demonstrator to get a discount on all of your orders for only $99 plus tax. Shipping is free on the starter kit. And when you join my team before October 31st, that's just a few days away, you can get an extra $30 in your starter kit. So instead of $125 in product, you choose $155. It's kind of an amazing deal. Plus, you get $20 off your swag box for the $1 million milestone party. You can join my team and get your demonstrator starter kit at tinyurl.com/SU starter kit. All right, let's finish up this card. What do you think? We're using the Framed and Festive 'Tis the Season to be Jolly. We've got our stamp ready. We've got our pine, and we're going to use Evening Evergreen, and we're going to get Real Red out for those berries. I think I'm going to, let's stamp first. I was really kind of trying to decide if I wanted to stamp the words before or after I die cut the label. Oh, that is a perfect stamp. Okay. That doesn't happen often. Okay, then we're going to do our leaves. And our berries. Now, I have to tell you, this stamp set, the Christmas season, I almost called it painted season. These little imperfections are intended. It's supposed to have like a watercolor look to it. And so when you're getting kind of that look when you're stamping, it's supposed to be like that. It's built into the stamp image. So I kind of like it. I like that sort of like watercolor imperfect look. Sometimes if you have a stamp that is like totally bold and totally solid, and you have like a little misstamp or imperfection, then like it's just glaring, you know, it's glaringly obvious. So I like that this one has some texture built into it so that if it's not inked up perfectly, it's not a big deal. This is pretty just like this, but we're going to do some die cutting. I'm using the coordinating Christmas label, seasonal label dies, which has labels as well as the dies to die cut the images in the Christmas season stamp set. No words in this set, so the framed and festive really pairs nicely with it. So we've got our label, we've got our holly leaves and the berries. I'm going to set these aside, and we're going to get out our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm trying not to get ink all over everything. Okay, I saw a question from Jennifer. How do I access that URL for the celebration? I will put it in the video description when I'm all done, but let me put it up here again for you. It's tinyurl.com/million-milestone-party. I tried to make it easy so that if you had to type it in, you could type it in, but I'll make a clickable link in the video description. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll have an iCard in the corner right there. So check out that. You can click on that. Okay, I'm using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and let's just zoom out a little bit so we can see a little bit better. This machine is so big. So I busted out some new plates the other day, and I just love clean plates. It's so much easier with new plates to have your dies laying flat, but if you do have problems with them wanting to move, you could use some sticky notes. I like the super sticky Post-it notes because the whole thing is sticky, and they come in different colors, but they have this like the little lip where there's not any sticky, but the rest of it is all sticky. So I have some pieces that I keep near my die cutting machine, and I love it because it really holds it down so that there's no sliding, and then everything cuts out perfectly and you don't have to worry about an extra weight border that you were not intending. That's never any fun. And these super sticky, usually you can reuse them because they don't get cut. They're on top of the die. So you can just put those back on the side of your machine and use them again. Okay, we are keeping this piece. Remember, we're going to layer it under our designer paper. So let's move these out of the way. Bring in our card base. This one is going to layer over the top. Look at that. You can't even tell that there's holes underneath. Isn't that smart? I love that. I'm going to do some adhesive on the edges. And I definitely think we need to bring in some ribbon on this one. So this is going to go then on the card front. Evening Evergreen right in the center. I should do some stamping on the inside piece. So I'm just going to use the same imagery. just in the corner here. Though I have to say on this one, oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I wanna just destroy it, but I won't. Okay, let me clean this. When I say I want to destroy it, I want to cut this apart because with the holly, I like it just the 3 berries, and with the die cut, where did our die cut berries go? Oh, there they are. You can just cut it. But when you're just stamping the image, you can't cut it. You could cut it. You could cut the stamp, which is what I was saying I wanted to do. You could use the same sticky note or another sticky note and cover the one that you don't want to ink up. And then you can stamp, or ink rather, and then just take that off and stamp your berries with 3 instead of 4. That's kind of an omitting technique there. Okay, that's going to go on the inside. Let's put that down. And then we're going to grab some ribbon. I think some red ribbon. Bring some of that red in. This ribbon comes in a 2-pack. It comes with real red and garden green. We're going to use the red one and just do, let's grab our scissors. And we're going to do a little fold over and cut at an angle. We can add, oh, I love that. We can add the ribbon to the back of our label. Just going to use a little piece of tear and tape. To hold the ribbon in place. Is that too much? Nope, that's perfect. Then we're going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals to attach it. And I think right there. I thought that these were going to stay connected, but they didn't. That's okay. We want these to be on the card, so we're going to keep them within the confines there. And then remember how I said we can just snip this? It has 4 berries. Let me show you the original stamp set. Where did it go? It has 4 berries because there is another branch here that goes with the berries, and it has 4 spots for the berries. So the berries are multi-purpose. Oh, this is so sweet. I love that. Let's use some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of the hollies. And then I think the berries, let's do like a little baby Stampin' Dimensional on one berry because it's going to overlap the label just a little bit. So we'll have the berries and then the leaves. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. I love traditional red and green for Christmas. And so real red and evening evergreen is such a beautiful combination. Let's move some of these out of the way. And I don't want to lose these. Let's put those away. We're going to bring out all of the cards that we made tonight using the Framed and Festive stamp set. Oh, this is such a good one. Again, this is going to be available starting Tuesday, on November 1st. So if you are not a demonstrator, then you'll be able to get this one really soon. We made 3 cards tonight using the Fitting Florets designer paper, which is new as well, coming out on Tuesday. Fitting Florets designer paper and the Framed and Festive stamp set. We did 'Tis the Season, From Our Home to Yours. And my favorite one is the first one. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas with the Merry Melody designer paper. Oh my gosh. What do you guys think about this stamp set? Isn't it great? Framed and Festive. Just such a wonderful Christmas greeting set. Although I think it does have some possibilities outside of Christmas. Before I let you go, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I do have some extra cards to share with you, some mail calls, so don't go anywhere. But I want to say, if you are going somewhere, make sure to hit the subscribe button on your way out if you're watching on YouTube. Like and follow me on Facebook so you don't miss out on fun posts. And please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed tonight's video, or a heart on Facebook. It always helps more people to be able to see my videos when you interact in those ways. All right, let's do a little mail call. I'm going to just move these over. Love, love, love them. I've got some Halloween cards to share with you. I got 2 in the mail from team members. The first one is from Jennifer McLaughlin. Thank you, Jennifer. I love this spiderweb embossing folder. It's an older one, but the scary cute dies are current in the July through December mini catalog, and they're just so, so cute. It made my day to get your card in today's mail, Jennifer, so thank you so much. I also got a card from Trina Hilligoss. It's so funny because I got this card right after I saw Trina. She was over at my house stamping, and then I got my mail and there was a card from Trina, so it was so much fun. Trina, thank you always for sending me cards on holidays. It makes me feel so special that I'm on your mailing list. Thank you so much for sharing this one. I really love the different shades of orange and calypso and petal pink. Really fun way to decorate the card, and a little bit of silver. The silver trim is just such a fun touch too. I also have some double cards that I was blessed to receive during the Great Big Card Swap. I shared on Tuesday, part 2 of the October video showcase. And actually, I didn't pull all the extra ones for me. Some of them I shared in the video. Oh, now I'm so sorry I didn't grab those. Some of them I shared because they were a little bit different, and I did a this or that in the video, and I forgot to pull them out of the box. For this pile, these are the ones that were like exactly the same, and I didn't share both of them. But I just want to share them again and give an extra shout out. Anne Telecki, hopefully I remember the pronunciation. Thank you so much for the extra card. I love this embossing folder with the trees. I have this one and I haven't used it, so it's on my to-do list now. You've inspired me. This one with the country floral is from Mesa Sama. I love that with the foil. Gorgeous folder. This one's retired. Some different embossing folders here is from Cheryl Hall, and she used some of the glitter paper from the Festive pack with the green and gold and vanilla. And this one, oh my gosh, I feel really bad. This is from Susie Eater, and there were 2 labels, and I could tell they were die cut together, and when they were glued down, only adhesive went on the bottom one, and the top one fell off, and I don't know what happened to it, and I feel really bad, Susie. You did have a stamped sentiment on here. It just, like I said, it was like a double layer, and so it came off. But this card is so amazing. Well, let me take this off so I can show you. It has a little belly band. This is one of those, what do you call them? Pop-out cards. Oh my gosh, isn't that fun? I love the little mechanism back there that pops up. This is the Perched in a Tree, the Aspen Tree dies. So much fun. Happy birthday, little gatefolds. I love the embossing on the inside too. Susie, you have blessed me so much with that amazing package that you sent. I shared that last week. Oh my gosh, I still can't get over how amazing that is. Thank you so much again for that extra package and for the extra card. And the last one here is from Kimberly Barbish. Wow. Using the Pansy Petals bundle. I love the weaving technique she did with the embossing folder pieces back here. And then sponged with a yellow, just so beautiful. The other one had a different color ribbon, I think, on the middle. This one is polished pink. I feel bad. I'm going to try to grab those other cards. Hold on. Okay, Cheryl Hall also sent an extra card for the harvest theme that came late. And Christine Almond, oh my God, I love this. She had one in orange as well. And that was with the Evergreen Forest embossing folder. Oh, these were kind of amazing. I got to share them again. Wanda McIntyre sent 2 different cards and said I could choose one. Look at this. We've got to make this next week. I love this little pop-out card. I think that is so much fun. So definitely stay tuned. We'll do a tutorial on that. And then this gatefold card using the Rings of Love embossing folder. I really, really love these colors. So gorgeous. Let me see. I know there was a couple others and I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, this one, this is funny. It's probably what made me think of it. Leslie Kneisel sent this one and it kind of reminded me of that technique. And so that, I guess that's why it was on my mind. So Leslie, thank you for the inspiration on that one. I did do this technique, like I said, last year or 2. I remember Lisa Curcio had a fun video on it. I'm looking for, oh, this one. This was Roz Munzie, and she had 2 different versions of this card, one for me to keep. Thank you so much for the extra one. You guys are always so sweet to send an extra card for me. Like, it is never expected, but always appreciated. So thank you for doing that. Whenever I get all your amazing cards, I just want to keep them all. And so I love when you send me an extra card, and I can keep it and admire it and look at it and love it. Thank you for everyone who sent cards to me in the last couple weeks. I love you guys for it, and you make me feel so special. And I know that when you send out cards to your friends and family, they also feel special. So I hope that you will join me this week in sending cards, whether it's for Halloween or birthday or just because. Send some sunshine to your friends and family. Give them smiles in the mail. Hugs. Cards are hugs with a fold in the middle. I love that quote. Thanks for joining me tonight and tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the projects that I shared using the framed and festive stamp set. Definitely be sure to tune in on Sunday for Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. We have more projects to share using the Fitted Florets collection, and you are going to love them. So many fun things coming up. I'll post the link in the video description and on Facebook as well. Join me for my $1 million milestone celebration. It'll be a virtual party on Sunday, November 20th. If you are busy and can't tune in, it's okay. You'll be able to watch everything on the replay, but we are going to do a live Zoom stamping session. I'll have a Facebook Live class exclusive to the group, and the party swag box is the best part. I've been working on this for weeks, and I'm so excited to put these together and send them out to you. You can register at tinyurl.com/million milestone party. I'm just a few weeks away from hitting my $1 million, and I cannot wait to celebrate with you. Thanks again for tuning in. Until next time, happy stamping. Bye.